Hi, my name is Frankie. Thank you for listening to my mom. I never listen.
Welcome to the podcast from Loyola Chicago University in Chicago, Illinois. Nay Bernard. Nay, Paris, France, lady. How in the heck did you get to Chicago?
It's been a long way to here. I've been all around and I somehow ended up here, and I'm so glad and so happy to be here with you today and to be at Loyola Chicago. It's been a blessing.
Yes, I want to find out a little bit more about your journey. Tell us about your childhood growing up around the game.
So I started playing at a very young age, I'd say around 5 or 6 years old. My dad always loved basketball, so he put my two older siblings into basketball. So I would always just go to their practice and like shoot on the hoop, and like my neck would hurt because I was so small and I was trying to make buckets. But from then, like just seeing them play, it kind of inspired me to start playing. And my brother really inspired me the most because he really got serious with it. So I got serious with it, and that's how really everything happened.
France and basketball are sort of synonymous now. Like, we are watching your national programs really develop and compete against the United States. Both gold medal games were against the French. Tell us the structure of, people always talk about international and European basketball and how it might be different in the way the youth programs are developed. How do you see that, and explain that to us?
Yeah, it's definitely a different system. So the way it works, so here in the States, I get to play for my school, which makes it a lot easier with managing classes and everything. But back home, um, it's kind of like clubs basketball. I think it's the equivalent here. So your basketball team and your school are not related. So you kind of have to go through the whole like academic process. Like you go to school every day, and then at night you go to your basketball club and you practice. So
Yeah.
it's two different things, which makes it, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to manage. And coming here and having the opportunity to play for a school that helps you manage and um, put your schedule in the best way to work around basketball really makes it easy.
I'm so intrigued by how many languages you might speak, all the other interests you have around the game, what the culture of living in Chicago versus living in Paris is like. I mean, explain a few of those things for us. How many languages do you speak?
I speak um well, two languages, English and French, a little bit of Spanish that they teach us in class. Um a little bit of a tiny bit of Arabic, a little bit from my grandmother, but yeah, mainly French and English.
And then what about the culture of Chicago versus Paris? Is there any similarities?
Definitely a lot of similarities in the I want to say the like it's very lively. Chicago and Paris are two lively cities. And I like to compare the Champs-Élysées to Michigan Avenue, like with all the stores and everything. But it's the culture of Paris definitely um impacted me and shaped
Mhm.
me in my basketball and my way of being outside of basketball. I'm a big playground person. I've always played outside in the playground, which is something that I got to do a little bit in Chicago when it was sunny. But now that it's very cold, I
Yeah.
don't get to go outside at the park and just play pickup. But yeah, the Paris basketball culture. I don't know if a lot of people know about it, but it's actually huge and very inspiring and rich, very rich. A lot of different style of basketball. Just going outside and playing really built me up to be who I am as a basketball player.
Did you know Wembenyama growing up?
I knew of him. I know his sister well, but never really
Yeah.
got to speak with Banyama. I wish I did, but
It's pretty cool, though. I mean, what's so cool is having international students on campuses, because what you go to college for is to learn and experience and broaden all of your views so that you can take those experiences and go on to the next thing. what basketball is a platform that you have used to take you all around the world. What are some of the things that you've learned in all of your journeys? Because you were at Salt Lake City Community College before you went to Duquesne, and then now you're in Chicago.
Yeah, that definitely helped me with adaptability, like being able to just adapt to the environment, learn new cultures. I always like to think about the U.S. as like each states are different countries in their own way. Like each
Yeah.
state have their own culture, and it has been very fun to get to know different environments. I was in Texas even before Salt Lake, and so I really got to see a whole lot of different things just within the U.S., which is crazy to think about. But yeah.
It's so cool, right? So you mentioned culture a couple of times, and that is exactly what Alathan Guth, who is the head coach at Illinois Chicago, is building, an incredible culture. You chose to go there. What is it about that culture, that program? Because right now you guys are on track to win more games than you won last year. Even though you weren't on the team, you're a big part of the reason why the team is winning more.
Yeah, I think something that really brought me here, other than Coach Booth, obviously, was like you mentioned the culture, but just the I want to say the vibe, the energy that I felt coming on my visit and just playing against them and watching them, whether on the bench, the coaching staff. It's just the energy that they give. It's very like it's really something that you feel and that you have to be able to receive because it's there.
Yeah.
So yeah, it has been really fun to just be around people that care and that put the culture and beyond basketball, just put the vibes, the energy at
Yeah.
like up there.
You can see it. It's not in the numbers with your team. I mean, when you watch the stat sheet and you look at the numbers, there's a lot of players that do a lot of things in a very similar manner. There's not one particular person who scores more. There's not one person that defends better than another. It's a team effort. Talk about the team a little bit and why you've been able to have success as a team.
I think being a new team, having 10 new players this year, was definitely challenging at first. And it's still something that we're working on every day as far as chemistry and everything. But that has also been a good way to push us. Like you said, our production is very diverse. Anybody can go off at any given night. We even have freshmen that are able to step up for us, and I think it's a good way to be competitive. I mean, our practices are very competitive. We just push each other every day, and I think that's the biggest aspect of it, just being able to push each other, lift each other up, and compete.
Well, Nay, we can see part of the reason why Loyola is having success this year is because you have been a big part of helping lead. And we are grateful that you took some time from your busy schedule to be able to be with us on Nothing But Net.
No, thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, we need something broken down in French or a translate or anything. I'm calling you. You're on speed dial for that.
Got you.
Nay, Bernard.
Bernard.
Say it, Bernard.
Bernard. Yeah, it's a little. Gotta work on it. It'll come. It'll come.
It's great to have you on. Thank you.
Thank you.